why the hell are we getting political viewpoints from daddy's boy? But anything to do with politics, we don't call you. Get back to coding. So let's talk about this, the musketeer. The musketeer. Here's the thing, guys. I feel that it's always good to arrive at something in an objective sense. So obviously everybody is popping off because it's like, did he do a NAZI? No, so what's say? Did he do a NAZI salutes? Look, I think there's a bigger thing at play here. Whether he did it or he didn't, and I think that if you didn't do it, what the hell were you freaking doing? But there's a bigger thing at play here, and this is the bigger thing. Why do we care what he does? Why do we care what he says? Why are we looking at a glorified coder for his views on anything? I'll get that, like I'll explain that more. So wait, but I'll come back. I'll tie it back at the end. Why are we going to a glorified coder for political views or political viewpoints? Why? Because he's essentially a businessman who's a glorified coder. So I want to just go through the different things because I thought the musketeer was something. And it seems after a bit of research, he isn't that. So I want to just go through these few things. So let me just first start with this. Tesla. When you say the name Tesla, the first thing you think of is Musk. So when I thought of Tesla, the game-changing electric car line that has pretty much changed the game in terms of guys with electric vehicles, and you hear Tesla everywhere, and it's made a huge impact on the automotive industry. I thought, oh, bro, you know what? I've got to give it up. If Elon Musk is the guy who invented this, and I want you to focus on that, invent. See, that's a word we're going to come back to, invent. Because to be an inventor, oh, that's real. That you cannot deny somebody who is an inventor, someone who is a true artist, someone who creates. Who creates. We'll get there. So look, if he invented and started and was the prime mover of Tesla, I'm like, bro, it's all good. He didn't invent it. He didn't create it. I believe it was two individuals who were the people who were really the prime movers of Tesla and those cars. He just invested. So we're now giving him props for saying, oh yeah, that's really good. I'm going to invest. Cool. You're a good businessman. Who am I going to give more praise to? An investor or a creator? A shrewd businessman or an inventor? Now, both are important because you do need the money. So the investor is important. But at the end of the day, they're both important. But someone who should be praised more, who should be championed more, is the inventor, is the creator. It's like the movies. Without the producers, we don't get Saving Private Ryan. We don't get Blade Runner. We don't get The Matrix. We don't get Star Wars. Without those producers, those films are not made. So those producers are very important for all the great films that have been made. But who are we going to champion more? The producers, i.e. the investors, the businessmen, or the creators? So we're going to champion the producers over George Lucas, the producers over the Wachowskis, the producers over Ridley Scott. Both are important, but one person should be championed more and praised more because they're the brilliant mind that came up with the idea. So he wasn't, and I was wrong, he wasn't behind Tesla. He wasn't behind Tesla. He's not what created it. He just helped take it to the next level with his money and his investment, which he got from daddy. Daddy is important. Daddy is really important here because with daddy's money, did he have the capital and the funds to invest and take Tesla to the next round? So Tesla, scratch that. He didn't invent that. I was wrong. NASA, what up? NASA, what up? SpaceX is here. What up? What are we saying? What are we saying? So Musk, we have a new astrophysicist here. We have a new scientist. We have a new brilliant mind who's going to take space exploration to the next level. NASA, get out. Not quite. Yet again, he isn't the scientist behind the spaceships. He isn't the engineer behind the spaceships. He's not the astrophysicist behind the spaceships. He is just an investor. He just provides the money, provides the funds, but the actual brilliant minds who build the spaceships, who take those spaceships into space, ain't him. So again, he is crucial. He is a crucial piece in what SpaceX is. But I'm going to champion the actual scientist and astrophysicist over the guy using daddy's money. So again, who do we champion more? The inventors, the creators, or the guy that's using daddy's money? So yet again, SpaceX, he didn't create that to invent that. Hey, bro, I'm on Twitter right now. It is one of the biggest, most influential social media platforms in the world. And Musk, he is the guy. So when you think of Twitter, you think of Musk. Yes. Not quite. Twitter. That's brilliant social media platform. Guys, you see, I'm showing my age here because, guys, I remember the days of MySpace, the days of Bebo, but specifically MySpace. And bro, there were some brick social media platforms back in the day. And even the early days of Facebook was a bit sketchy. So Twitter, I remember when Twitter came in, seeing how so many trash social media platforms, Twitter was a game changer in what he did. What? Just say your stuff in 120 characters. But the creation of Twitter, the foundation of that brilliant social media platform came from the brilliant mind, and other minds, but mainly of Jack Dorsey. He was the brilliant mind behind it. So who do we give credit to Twitter for? The inventor and the creator, or the guy who used daddy's money to buy it? And now he's ruined it. Because what it is now is ruined. It's pretty much not what it was before. I can't remember the last time I even went to the main timeline. So yet again, he didn't create Twitter. He didn't invent Twitter. He just took it over and has made it worse. So you know how I said I was going to... actually, no. But I tie things right. See, my thing here is Elon Musk, born in South Africa and born into wealth. I believe it's Elon Musk. Most of his money are through the mines, through the emerald mines. And that is why his family was very wealthy. So you had a leg up. You had a leg up. Unlike others, you had a leg where you were born into a very wealthy family and you were able to use those funds to invest. And I'm sorry now, maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to offend anyone. Maybe I'm wrong here. If you use daddy's money just to invest at the right time, why are you such a big deal? So I told you I was going to tie things around. Let me tie things around. PayPal. So yes, he was one of the key people in him. Now this is what, so finally, eureka. Something he invented, something he created. He was one of the first prime movers in the creation of PayPal, and he was one of the key coders in PayPal. Cool. Now the thing though is, Apple Pay exists, Google Pay exists. So as great as PayPal is, it really isn't that much of a game changer, because I'm going to tell you to what really is a game changer and is one of the GOAT inventors of all time. But I say this, and I told you I was going to bring it around. So we are asking the political opinion of a glorified coder. Hey, so, this thoughts about, people on the liberals and people on the right wing, and this stuff about what people want to do, and the political manifestations that are happening right now in the world. Let's now go to a coder for his viewpoints. Let's now go to an investor using daddy's money for his viewpoints on his important political issues. Oh, wait. So because he's the richest man in the world, we should go to him for political views. See, the math doesn't math up. You're the richest man in the world. Based on what? If you're richest man in the world based on investing, if we want thoughts on investment, okay, Elon, give us your viewpoints. If we want thoughts on coding, yo, Elon Musk, give us your thoughts on coding. But if it ain't about coding, why the hell should I listen to you? Guys, I'll tell you right now, people may ask me, I have not listened to this man talk for more than 2 minutes. I've not. Because I'm like, there's nothing special. Okay, you didn't invent anything. You didn't create anything. You didn't really bring anything interesting into the world. So why the hell am I listening to you when you've not done anything of interest to me? Of course I'm going to listen to Bill Gates, because Bill Gates helped to co-create Windows, which changed the world. So yes, Bill Gates, I'm going to listen to you because I'm like, and listen, I'm going to listen to you, but I'm going to listen to you primarily if it's to do with stuff to do with computers. Bill, I don't want to hear Bill Gates' viewpoints on politics. I don't want to hear Bill Gates' viewpoints on, oh, do you think that the left is too far left? Or do you think the right is too far right? Why? Because my thing is this, is that what is the difference between Bill Gates' viewpoints, Elon Musk's viewpoints, Joe Biden's viewpoints, and Ja Rule's viewpoints when it comes to politics? So why can't we go to Ja Rule in terms of politics? So why should Elon Musk's viewpoints on politics mean more than Ja Rule's or Joe Biden's? Why? Because Joe Biden, Ja Rule, and Elon Musk have every right to give their political viewpoints. Oh, we're going to him because he's popular and he's the richest man in the world. That's his peak stupidity. Here's the thing. You want to know who's a big deal? He's a big deal. So yes, guys, I have seen the film. I've read up on him, as everyone has. It was 2 of them. I can't remember the other guy's name. Like he's a bit like of a chubby guy. Because in the movie, Seth Rogen played him in the film by Danny Boyle. But even if he had his parts, the main guy that really invented what I believe is one of the greatest inventions of all time. You know how you talk about the invention of the wheel, steam engine? You look at all the great inventions, the television, radio, the smartphone is going to go down as one of the greatest inventions of all time. It's changed the world. And bro, I remember specifically, was it 06 or 07, when he brought out that whole thing of like, yo, you know that, see guys, again, showing my age now. I remember, bro, all the phone was for is like, yeah, he pick up the phone, hello, and that's it. Wait, my phone can store music? I can browse the internet on my phone? And I can do a lot more stuff than just call people? My phone is almost like a personal computer? Mind-blowing. This is what you call a big deal. This is what you call a true inventor. This is what you call a true genius mind. But yet again, as genius as Steve Jobs is, and as much as he helped to create one of the greatest inventions of all time, I don't want to hear Steve Jobs' thoughts on politics. I don't. Because I don't know whether you're informed. Technology. Anything to do with tech, Steve Jobs, what up? Steve, what up? Anything to do with tech and the innovation of tech, Steve. Politics? No. Why? Who cares? Again, another big deal. See, this is a genius. But you see, Neil deGrasse Tyson, his genius isn't the fact that he's an astrophysicist. But so, oh yeah, no. Do you know what his genius is? And it's something that I actually studied in UCCL, science communication. So one of my modules in university was science communication, which is that how can science be applied through regular everyday life? But what Neil deGrasse Tyson does, which is sort of an offshoot of what I studied, which is communicating science to the layman. Guys, science was my worst subject. It was, guys, I stood there saying, what's atom, photosynthesis, what's it, potassium? I had no freaking clue. Watching Neil deGrasse Tyson's videos, I'm like, I wish he was my science teacher. Because he's able just to condense it for someone like me who just never really understood science in the way that my teachers taught it. And his role in the world is profound. It is way profound. So for me, he is way a bigger deal and has made, in my view, a much more important contribution than your boy the Musketeer. Because the more the world gets more informed about science, how the world really works, and the less we have of people that still believe that the earth is flat, the better it is. Information is vital. Information is key. And the fact that he's able just to communicate science and key science ideas to regular people who probably don't really know these ideas based on just a bad educational system, not finishing school, bad teachers. Oh, it is huge. Getting the world informed of real proper science in an effective way, it is profound. Because, guys, I cannot stress how important information is and how important it is to be well informed with good information. Good information. So his role is huge. This is an actual genius. This is someone that should be praised. So, again, my thing is, I don't care what this guy does. I mean, I was just so like, he can be a trillionaire, 600 billion, 700 billion. Steve Jobs is a big deal. Bill Gates is a big deal. Neil deGrasse Tyson is a big deal. These are guys who I think have made profound key contributions to society. So if I must know, I want to hear about those Tesla guys who actually invented those electrical cars. They're a big deal. I want to hear about those scientists and those astrophysicists at SpaceX. They're a big deal. So the actual guys with the actual talent, those guys are the big deal. You're just a businessman. You're just the guy with the money. Daddy's money. So, and it just shows you how sad we are in society where people are news organizations. And I used to work for a news organization. News organizations are quoting him, saying, "Oh, this is Musk's views on this group. This is Musk's views and how his political viewpoints on these political parties." We are getting political viewpoints of a glorified coder and an investor who uses daddy's money. Do you know how it just shows you how, as a society, it's a mess. It's a complete mess. So not somebody who's well informed, who has a history of being in the political sphere, who has a wealth of information to provide that, well, this is my experience in the political sphere and these are different things. A guy who grew up privileged, in a privileged household, who grew up into wealth, what do you know about the regular man? What do you know about the average man? Have you held office? Have you led people through organizations? Have you worked in public office before where you've had to manage different sorts of people? No. So why the hell are we getting political viewpoints from daddy's boy? Someone says, "Yo, Errol, come get your boy." Literally, Errol. If this is around, Errol, come get your boy. We don't want to hear from him. Now, again, I'll say it again. Investments, cool. Coding. Guys, Musketeer, when we have a segment on coding, we'll give you a call. Anything to do with coding. C++, all that stuff, we'll give you a call. Politics, real stuff? No! I don't want to hear from you. Go code. Go get your ass back to that code room and code. And when we have something to do with coding, we'll call you. But anything to do with politics, we don't call you. Get back to coding. Simple as that. But it just shows you the wild world that we're in, where it's like, because whenever people say, "Oh my gosh, Elon Musk's views, he believes that," I'm like, wait, hold up. who cares what he believes? He's just an investor. You know, he's just a take advantage merchant. Like, he literally is just a take advantage merchant. I mean, crazy world we're living in, man. And it's like, yeah, ask me. For political views working on, ask me. Ask Halford. I've got viewpoints. Come on, ask me.